Narcissistic abuse is evil. It's painful. It hurts. Bullying of any kind is painful. It hurts bad. But there's more to the story as to why the hurt keeps on hurting and doesn't seem to stop. Even long after you've gotten no contact and you've gotten away from the bullies and the toxic relationships. And this has more to do with you no longer being satisfied with where you're at in life. Reach this place of being stagnant, unable to move forward. Some of this is because you've lost a lot of the passions, you've lost the confidence that you once had because of narcissistic abuse. Some of it could be because of fear, which makes sense coming out of narcissistic abuse. Whatever the case may be, you're no longer satisfied with where you're going and what you're doing. We need to talk about this. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. Now, there is a reason why this particular episode of narcissistic abuse that you have experienced hurts more than any other episode of bullying or narcissistic abuse has ever hurt you. And make no mistake about it, this was not the first time that you have received bullying or you've received narcissistic abuse, as we call it. After all, we are surrounded by it in this toxic world. But for whatever reason, in our youth, in our adolescence, we went through the bullying. We had the scruffs and the chest bumping matches and the fights, and we were called this name and that name, and we used to say sticks and stones break my bones, but names will never hurt me, and blah, blah, blah. And then on we went and did other things in our life. Resilience. We bounced up. We got up. We went on. We moved forward. But this time, the time that led you to watch this video and all the other videos right now, it's not so easy, is it? Why is that? This experience of narcissistic abuse wasn't your first. You've been beaten down by it before, as have I. But something has happened in this place in your life. The reason resilience is gone is because where before you were driven towards something, you were excited to move on towards something. You had goals and ambitions, but now it's confused. You're not sure. It's possible that you've reached this stagnant place, this place of just being complacent. And some of you might be saying, Kevin, this doesn't make sense because I'm successful. I have a great career. I have a great job. I've reached everything I've wanted to reach. So I can't imagine that I'm in pain because I don't feel successful. It's not about being successful. Perhaps you've reached a level of success and therefore you've stopped moving and dreaming forward. Do you follow me? It is important that we always have something we're driving for, something that we're passionate about, because if we don't, we default to a relationship or another person to fill that validation within us that we're supposed to be fulfilling by being what we're called to be, what we're supposed to be doing, by going out, by accomplishing things. I hope this resonates with some of you. I want to share something with you today. I had one of the worst days that I have ever had, and it fits this video perfectly. It is so timely. I'm going to talk with you a little bit about how fear can keep you trapped, thinking about the narcissistic abuse. All right. So this morning I was out trying to get some B-roll footage because I'm about to do something that I'm terrified of, and I'm sharing it with you because I need your help with it. But I'm teaming up with Mission St. Louis, which is a nonprofit organization in St. Louis, Missouri, and they help trauma victims. They help the homeless. They do all kinds of great stuff through their nonprofit, and I found them, and I wanted to team up with them, and they're having an event in March where they are having people rappel down a 19-story building if they reach a certain amount of money that will be donated to Mission St. Louis, and I volunteered. And so this is where I need you, right? I put a link down below So you could check it out. You can see my page. And if you would like to see me dangling from a rope 19 stories up high on a building, right, then donate. If I can get 1,000 of you to donate $1, 1,000 of you to donate $1, then I'll have no choice but to rappel 19 stories down this building, because that's the deal. And that money will go to a good cause. But here's the issue. This is what my day looked like today. I went out and I got some B-roll. I had my drone. I was flying so I can get some shots for you guys of the hotel where we're going to be rappelling down. It happens to be the Four Seasons. And I'm afraid of heights. I'm just going to be straight. I am so terrified of heights. I was afraid just flying my drone up at the top of that Four Seasons, trying to get shots of it, and my hands were literally kind of shaking, just being that high with my little drone, and I wanted to bring the drone back down. And the thought of me dangling on a rope on the Four Seasons, it terrifies me. It terrifies me. And this is what is so wild, that I have this fear. And like I said, if you raise this money, I have no choice but to break that fear. And I think it's important that I do break my fears. I think it's important that we all break our fears. And let me tell you how this fear ruined my day. I was afraid during that B-roll footage. So I got my car, I started to drive around, and I started wasting time. Instead of focusing on what I'm supposed to be doing, making videos for you, talking about narcissistic abuse, even getting B-roll for that, I started wasting time going and taking pictures and shots here. I was avoiding it because I got afraid. I was avoiding what I was supposed to be doing. And then what happened then, it's a chain reaction. From that fear, I avoided what I was supposed to do. Then I was upset with myself for avoiding what I was supposed to do. Then out of being upset with myself, I started thinking about the narcissistic abuse. See, I was realizing that I was not satisfied with my production during the day. I realized that I had wasted so much time and I was not happy with myself, and that defaulted to thinking about the narcissistic abuse. It was easier to think about the abuse that I was enduring from the narcissist years ago and chew on that and digest it and let it get me all irritated and upset. It was easier to do that than to realize that I was just a mess because I got afraid of something that I'm embarking on. And I allowed that to cause me to waste time. And I wasn't satisfied with my own production during the day. This is where a lot of us get. We have to understand narcissistic abuse is not just about the narcissist. We've dealt with all kinds of bullies all throughout our lives. Every one of us. It's about us not being satisfied with what we're doing on a daily basis. So I want to challenge you, not only to go down there, down in the description box, donate $1. 1,000 of you, donate $1 to Mission St. Louis. You can watch me dangle and scream like a little child going down 19 stories, right? If that sounds interesting to you. If I don't raise the money, I don't have to do it. But if I raise the money, I have no choice. And I have to break that fear. And by the way, I'll be taking you with me. You will be going down 19 stories with me. I guarantee you that. I will make you watch with the GoPro on my helmet and all this and that. If I have to do it, you're doing it with me. So down below, you can find my page to sponsor me for that. Now, anyways, as I was saying, though, we need to be able to break our fears. We need to be able to dream again. We need to be able to be resilient again. The resilience comes from you finding satisfaction in what you're doing on a daily basis. That's what it comes down to. I guarantee you, I promise you that we will beat the thoughts of narcissistic abuse by being resilient and getting back on our path and being satisfied again with who we are and what we're doing daily. All right, listen, I want to be a part of your healing journey. So down below, in addition to finding the page to sponsor me and support Mission St. Louis, you can also find access to one-on-one appointments with me. You could do a FaceTime call, a telephone call, WhatsApp video chat. It's all down below. So head on down there, click the links. I would love to talk with you. Also down below, you'll find access to Royal We Live Chat and Royal We Fellowship every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. We're having a great time going through the ancient literature of the Bible and discovering all the toxicity of this world. And it's unlike any other Bible study you've been a part of. So head on down there right now to the description box. Everything is there for you. And I'll be back with more videos for you right here on The Royal We.